Hey there, peeps. Um, Coming at you with a little thought here. I have been seeing some on the socials, uh, disheartened by everything that has taken place this weekend, and we are all disheartened. This was a shakedown, like I said before. Nobody's really happy about the lead up. Excuse me, I am feeling, yeah, I'm still feeling crappy. Um, I want people to remember something. Yes, we're all frustrated. Yes, it has just been living through unprecedented times. We just want to go back to normal. But as I said on a post, and I've said before, you don't go to battle with the army you want, you go to battle with the army you have. And this is what we have in front of us. We can't change anything now. We tried. But Biden gave us our assignment, and we owe him. We owe him so big time. So I want people to remember that. We owe him. He gave the call. And for those who sit there and think that they're not going to vote now because this is all disheartened them, you owe him. I owe him. We all owe him. And to those that say it's not democratic, they're stealing our votes. Oh, okay. Do you all remember that was the ticket you voted for was Biden and Harris? You already voted for. So it's not undemocratic necessarily. You voted for her, and she already got it in a roundabout way. So that 14 still counts. They're unbinding the delegates. They have rules in place for when something happens. Biden had more than he needed for the nomination. Way freaking more. And if you look at the numbers that are racking up, like even Texas Paul made a point, Ohio, because of the weirdness of the dates, has to do roll call August 1st, between August 1st and August 7th, to get their nominee on the ticket in Ohio. And so we have like a week and a half. It's pretty much, from what I'm seeing, the pieces on the board falling in. Harris, it's going to be Harris. Yeah, Manchin come in there trying to throw his old man weight around saying, oh, we need to pass the torch yet. He's 75 or some shit. He can go pound salt. Because the DNC has rules, people. You have to be a Democrat in good standing. He bailed, went to independent. He got no shot. It's those chaos actors. It's the bad actors trying to throw their monkey wrench. We need to show them where our loyalties lie. And even if you did not vote for Biden Harris, you are a person of this country. What we had to deal with 4 years ago, and look what he's done to turn this around, that was him and her. And they got it done. You owe him too. So, I want people to remember these things. Keep your eye on the ball. Yeah, we're all upset. And again, I'll go back to Texas Paul. He kind of had the freak out, I'm sure, like all the rest of us did, more privately, I'm sure. But, he came on Sunday and he said, it's done. I don't like it, but this is the hand we've been dealt. We got to play the cards. And we got to be savvy about it. And again, I keep reminding people, Biden kind of did have this timing lined up pretty darn good, if you ask me. Now that I'm speculating on it a little bit more, it wasn't just the RNC, but then you've got the roll call for Ohio because the date's not lining up with the convention and their rules, and you've got early voting in September starting in some places. So I mean, yeah, I was freaking out. We got a month to get on point, but I didn't expect things to come together, because again, as I've seen on social media already, they're throwing the shade, the misogyny, the racism. Oh, she don't have kids and blah, blah, blah. And that boy on, I must have been Twitter, whatever his name was, saying, oh, why she's not good to be a president because she got no kids. Oh, well, what about DJT, who's got how many kids to how many different women? Shush, white boy. Your mama need to smack you upside the head. Disrespect. No, you know what? I am a not miserable dog and cat lady with no children, and I'm perfectly freaking happy, as one is. So, all that whole child nonsense they throwing out there already, we knew this was coming. We know. Just stomp that shit down. Don't let them Neanderthals with not more than 2 brain cells to rub together for a cohesive thought, which they don't have anyway. Don't let them take over the narrative. Don't. But early voting starts September. And I kind of freaked out about that at first because that window of time, they didn't have a plan, which we were all freaked out about. And we knew what they were trying to pull. But things have come together pretty quickly and pretty tight, and it's looking much better than I expected, and I'm very pleased for that. So that timing, the timing is not as bad as it could be. And the right is flipping the fuck out. I mean, already with them, really, they're losing their fucking minds. Yeah, they're gonna try to the lawsuits. They ain't got a leg to stand on. We didn't have our convention yet. They did. They're kind of screwing the pooch, really. I mean, it's a waste. They can try. I ain't going more. I mean, legally, from what I've heard from other law folk, nah, ain't happening. Well, they'll try. They'll try for sure, but it ain't gonna really carry much, I don't think. We have the wind in our sails for right now, folks. Let's keep that going. I made a comment before. I had a trip 2 weeks ago to go do it. Something I had to pick up. All the Trump signs. I made that same trip on last Friday. And most of them were gone. And this was before Biden, pulled back. I'm not saying that's scientific. I'm the blue dot in red country. Believe you me. I'm not saying that's scientific in any way or it shows anything, but it does make me speculate and ponder about, did the RNC do something? Are they seeing that their boy isn't what they thought he was? You got puppets. You got all the puppets in the puppet masters. And now, there's... It's not like 16. And then you've got him screaming about immigrants when they're both, J.D. Vance and him married to immigrants. Or immigrant adjacent. People need to see the hypocrisy and the racism and the just absolute garbage they're spouting on the right. I mean, again, easy pickings, folks. Easy pickings to pound them into the ground. Oh, they can come out with their Schoolboy. Yeah, you don't have no kids. Oh, shush. Is that all you got? Really? Oh, as if we weren't expecting to hear that out of the gate. Come on. Please. Weak ass sauce is all I'm saying with uh, LDE. Very low dick energy. And he looks like one of them. It was on Threads, and it must have been a pull from Twitter. It was like, yeah. Okay. All right, little boy. I'm just saying, folks, think about things and how we can push this across the finish line, because I know we can. Yeah, you got the good old boy out there, but again, they're aging out. They don't have the power they used to. And I want people to remember, again, we've called it voting against your own interests for years. And people aren't reconciling that because they're not voting against their own interests in their minds. They're voting against somebody else having interests. You see what I mean? Like, they don't want other people to have rights. So they're not realizing they're shooting themselves in the foot at the same damn time, but they're voting against others' interests. So I want you to go make a point to those people that with everything that's in Project 2025 and what will be coming, those people voting against others' interests, those others are somebody they know. Those are somebody they have close to them in their life that they are voting against. That's what they're doing. Not only are they voting against them, they're themselves included, because they're shooting themselves in the foot. But they're not going to see it that way. You have to meet them where they are and show them that person they know or somebody close to them, that's who you're voting against. That's who you're taking away their rights and throwing their rights out the door. Make these points, because you know what, folks? We owe Biden. He pulled off, I don't think, what anybody thought that he could in all these years. And we owe him. We need to show our gratitude. He gave us the orders. He gave us the assignment. He told us what to do. And we have to honor his wishes. We need to honor Biden's wishes. So, that's about it. I've been hearing the VP stuff swirl. And hey, if anybody could get this to Harris's team, take a page from the RNC playbook and hold that VP till the convention. Keeps people interested, keeps people engaged, keeps everybody wondering, keeps getting our side out there with the messaging. Do the short list, dangle the carrots, but yeah, keep it till the convention. Why not? It keeps the ball rolling on our side. You see what I'm saying? And I know if it were a perfect world, and it's not a game, and I'm not making light of it whatsoever. Believe you me. I just thought if we lived in a different kind of world and not this fucking shit show we are going through right now, fighting fascism and dictatorship in our own fucking country, it would be so boss and just such a fuck you to the other side if Harris went and said, no, Biden's going to be her VP. That would be some crazy shit. The right's head would explode. I swear. I know we don't live in those times, but you have to know that at some point, if, say, this whole turncoat bad actor class on the other side, on our side, or on this side, not the right, wouldn't have done what they did, And Biden and Harris could have got across the finish line. I'm just speculating here, but I have a hunch that yeah, he would have won, and he probably would have went in and started doing his thing, and finishing up, tying up the loose ends and whatnot. But I think he would have, at some point, if he got that second term, he would have tapped out to see that a woman was president, to go out, not for himself with a bang, but just to, Dark Brandon that shit full on. And I think he would have done that. I really do. You know what? Timeline just moved up a little bit. Look at it that way. She was always going to be, for those who are upset about this, we did vote for her. Those 14 million votes, yeah, she was on that ticket too. So we did vote for her. She was always, she was destined for this when he picked her for vice president in 20. It's just the timeline skewed. The timeline moved up. I mean, again, see the silver linings, people. Take what you can get and channel. That's what we have to do. Yeah, we can sit here and be mad, but we can't change it now. It doesn't diminish it. It's not making it any less just crazy and maddening and unnerving and just everything under the sun. Yeah, it does. But Biden gave us an assignment, and we owe him. We owe him. And we owe her. So let's get out there and keep this mixed up a little bit. Get those GOPers on the right throwing their shade. Raise that snark to another level. Because I have come up with so many cutesy things to say. But surprisingly, last night it was really kind of odd. I didn't see as much butt activity going on as usual. I was like, okay, this is cool. What, did it fry all them? And they have to regroup? It was kind of funny. I happen to notice that. But anyway, folks, again, check your registration, get registered, vote, do your part. We owe Biden. He gave us an assignment, so let's do it. Okay? All right, everybody. Peace out.